Alright, let's do some Pokemon cards. I'm excited to see these. My eye's getting better on Pokemon cards. So they should be pretty accurate. Alright, centering is just number one key, and the back chipping. But we're looking at the centering right now. It is perfect. Beautiful centering. Corners are nice. I don't see any wear. I see some, surprisingly, you don't see this from Pokemon cards very often, but there's a few roller marks right there. See that? But if everything else checks out, I'm not too worried about it. Which they are. See one slight one right there. And that's it. It's normal for these corners to uplift a little bit. Completely normal as long as it doesn't have white on it. It looks really nice to me. It's nicely centered at the back. It's a 10. I feel pretty good about it. Okay. Alright, next one up. More Mew. Get over here. Alright. So, we got a little bit of debris, surprisingly. Came off. See that? Okay, so centering isn't quite as nice as the other one. Left to right, it's thinner on the left than the right, and top to bottom, it's thinner on the bottom than the top. It's 60-40, but they're a little more harsh. And I see a weird little edge indent right there. And I see a little divot right there. And the back, a little off-centered left to right, but you also have the chipping on this corner right here. And you have a touch on this corner right here, and more touches right here. So I think this would put it at a 9, potentially an 8.5. I wouldn't grade this one, because I'm sure there'll be a lot nicer Pokemon cards you have in this cool lot. Okay. All right, we got the third and final one of these Mews. Centering looks a little better already. All right, so I'm looking at the centering. Very nice, near 50-50. I see that in the normal roller marks, I guess. This is common on these foils right here. But I don't see anything wrong with the corners or edges. So right now it's just the roller marks. Don't think I'm missing anything. Let's hope for no white showing. But I do see a touch of white right there. See that? And then a touch of white. Thought I saw some more, maybe a little bit there too. I'm worried about that one. They're really harsh on those. With that in combination with these roller marks, because they go all the way through, I'm gonna go ahead and put this at a 9.5, kind of in between the other two. Yes. All right, next we have a cool looking card. It's a VMAX Glaceon. I'm sure I'm gonna get these names wrong too. Looking at the centering, left to right is solid. Top to bottom is kind of hard to see on VMAX because there's no definite border. But this one's near perfect. You can just recognize that from the size of this to the bottom. So, very nice centering, edges, everything. Very nice card so far. The back. The back has a touch, unfortunately, and it's a bigger one. So I think you're kind of at a 9. I may put it at 9.5. I'm probably at 9.5, but I think with PSA they're gonna give you a 9, unfortunately. Other than that, the centering's a little off left to right, but I'm worried about that touch. The front looks really good. Yeah, I think I'm at a 9.5 with this card. That's what's gonna hurt you right there. Okay, cool card. All right, we have Octillery. I'm actually unfamiliar with this Pokemon. A little trickier with these thicker cases. Okay, Octillery, let's see what we got going on. Left to right's pretty solid. A little thinner on the left and the right. And top to bottom, a little bit thicker on the top and the bottom. But still within Gem 10 range. No roller marks. Corners look great. And the back looks solid. The only issue I see, corners look good, is a touch. Just very slight touch on this bottom left. I don't think it's enough to bring you down from a 10, to be honest. So I'm going to put you at 10 on this card. Octillery gets a 10. These are easier to grade. You know, with sports cards, you got prism and refractor lines and weird prism indents and dimples. You don't get that with Pokemon. You just don't. Which is nice. I see a little smudge actually right there, but I might just wipe off. Not too worried about it. But yeah, I think you're at a 10. All right, we have Houndoom. I'll find the best way to get these out. I think it's to push from the bottom. I know Pokemon people use these hard sleeves, but they're just hard to get out. Okay. I'm looking at the centerings. It's pretty nice. Maybe a little thicker on the top than the bottom, and a little bit thicker on the right than the left, but all within Gem 10 range. No roller marks. Corners look great. I'm not seeing any issues. The back I see just a little debris, and I see one touch, just one, which I'm gonna let slide. My grading rules, if it just has one touch on the back, I'm gonna let it go as long as it's not huge. Because look, all the edges, everything else looks good. Yeah, so that's it. Nice card. Okay. All right, we have an Alcremie. Unfamiliar with this one, but let's see what we got. So this one I can already tell is not a 10. Look at that centering top to bottom. Flip it horizontal, so thin on the top, but still within 9 range. Don't see any roller marks or corner wear. It looks pretty clean. In the back, debris. Top 2 corners look good, but you do have wear and edge wear on the bottom, but I don't think it's enough worse than that centering. So I still think you're at a 9. I wouldn't put you any more. Yeah. Make sure I'm not missing anything else, but I think you're in a solid 9. I would not grade this card. Okay. All right, we have a Dedenne? I'm not sure. Dedenne? Okay. We got perfect centering. Love the centering on this card. Surface is nice. Corners are there. Yeah, Pokemon cards are so clear cut. I like. This is a 10. Beautiful card. Some light surface scratches right here, but nothing major. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I think this is a 10 quality. Beautiful copy. Okay. All right, we have Dusk Noir. Something. I'll gently push it from the bottom. Perfect. Okay. Centering pretty nice. Thinner on the top than the bottom, but within Gem 10 range, and thinner on the left and the right. So all the other aspects need to be perfect. You got a little excess right here. Got it. Surface looks good. The edges are clean. Let's flip it. Okay, so this one I'm more worried about. You got this corner looks good, but you have some edge wear right, or corner wear right there, and you have more kind of edge wear right here. Usually there's a little uplifting, but this one actually has white showing, so I'm a little worried. I still think you're at a 9. Nothing more, nothing less on this card. I'm looking at the surface, making sure I didn't miss anything, but yeah, I think this is a 9. Yeah, okay. All right, we have a Eakins. This one looks more vintage. Gotta be late 90s. Ooh, it's in good shape for late 90s. I think it was in gameplay. It's very nice. Let's hope the back, though. I'm worried about the back. I'm scared to flip it. Centering's near perfect. Corners, edges, everything. Ooh, this is mint. Gem mint. You gotta grade this one. For a vintage Pokemon. Oh, it's so nice. Centering's there. I see one like surface mark, but it's not. It's like right there. Not a big deal. I don't see any touches. Maybe slight over here, right here and here, but nothing major. This is a 10. Wow, nice card, nice find. And it's the first edition. Beautiful. I'm gonna give that a 10. All right, I can't even butcher the name on this one because I really can't say it. I'm already looking at the centering. I do not like the centering so far. So left to right's okay, but top to bottom, look how thin it is on the top. On the bottom, I think you're in with 9 range. The back's great. Not a touch on it. No surface issues, no edge dings. Yeah, it's just that centering. Centering's getting to me. The surface is nice, but I think you're at an 8.5 centering, which kind of automatically lowers it to a 9. Yeah, I think you're at 9. All right, we have a big charm. I can already tell the centering is better. Okay, left to right's great. Top to bottom's great too. This is a beautiful card. Let's flip over to the back already. It's off center a little bit, top to bottom, but the back can be. It's okay. I don't see any edge wear or corner wear, which is a great sign. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything to the surface either. No nicks to the edges. Corners look good. I don't see a flaw on this really, other than maybe slide off center. But yeah, you're good. This one looks like a 10 to me. Beautiful card. Grade that one. All right, we have a Mewtwo EX. This might be my favorite looking card in your order so far. Really cool. I don't know values too much, but I just know it's a nice looking card. Centering's there. Top to bottom looks great. Left to right looks great too. Really like this card. Let's hope the back looks good. And it does. This card is clean. Beautiful. No nicks to the edges. Corners look great. Beautiful. I love this card. I might have to buy myself a copy on ComC or something. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. This is a 10 all day. All right, we got a trainer. Push from the bottom. There we go. Okay. So, centering isn't too bad, but it's not great either. Top to bottom is thinner on the top than the bottom, but not bad. And a little thinner on the left than the right. Still within 10 range, actually. It's like 60-40. But there you go. In combination, we got touch. See that? It's like one or the other, not two. So touch on that top right and maybe a very minor touch bottom right, but not much at all. The surface looks pretty good. Edges look clean. I still think I might get this a 9.5 card. Nah, I think I'm maybe closer to a 9. Yeah, that touch is just a little too big. Okay, I'll give him a 9. We have another trainer, Dendra. All right, Dendra, carefully. There we go. I'm liking the centering a little more. Yes, because left to right's very solid. Top to bottom, thinner on the top again, but not as bad. And the surface is so nice. And the edges are clean. Let's look at the back. Okay, the back, oof. Dang, so the back has too many touches. So it has one touch here, mild touch there, a bigger touch this corner, and a touch on that one too. 4 touches, probably gonna bring you down definitely to a 9. I'm just thinking whether I want to do a 9.5 because I do like that centering. And the front's so nice. But it's too many touches. So I think I'm at a 9 with this card on the Dendra. Okay. All right, cool looking card. Sylveon VMAX. Let's see what we're working with here. Ooh. Never good when you hear me say that, right? Look at the centering on that thing. Brutal centering. Left to right is very, very thin on the left. Look at it when you flip it like that. So thick. It's like a 8 centering. Yeah, other than that, the corners, edges, surface looks sharp. You can see on the back it's thinner on the right than the left, which makes sense, but it's too bad because the back actually is pretty nice. There's no white or snowing or anything. No chipping. So it's just unfortunate. It's just the centering, because I don't even think that centering's within a 9 range. So cool card, but just way off center. All right. We have a Sylveon V. It's a cool looking card. Centering looks way, way better. Top to bottom, amazing. Left to right, perfect. So it's a 50-50 centering on this card. Nice with the black border and edges. I don't see any foil kind of showing through. Edges are clean. Corners are clean. I really like this card. Yes. I love it when I see a 10. It looks great. No white showing on the corners or edges, anything. Just a very nice copy. You know, wow, I might give this my first Beckett Black Label or Pristine. I'm going to give it a 10 for Beckett. I love it. PSA 10 for PSA, obviously. Okay. All right, we got Mimikyu. It's kind of a cool looking card. Alright, but the centering, whew. Kind of like that other one. Way off center, left to right. In that 8 range again, unfortunately. It's too bad. The card's in really good shape. The back, you can really see is off center too. But nice and clean. The edges, no nicks. Corners look good. Surface looks great. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just the centering on this one. Okay. Alright, we got a Bolton. I don't know how to say these names, but I do know how to grade them. Alright, the centering looks way better. Left to right's nice, but top to bottom, a little thicker on the top to the bottom, but still within Gem 10 range. Surface looks good. Corners are nice. Edges, no nicks. Let's flip it over. Nice. These are nice cardstock. I don't see any white showing anywhere. So, edges look great. Centering is there. It's perfect. It's just a little bit off center, but still within 10 range. I like it. I like it as a 10. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I think we're good. 10. All right, we got an Urshifu. I have seen this character. I always like his cards. Urshifu. Okay, centering. Centering is always the main issue of Pokemon cards. It looks pretty good. Left to right, a little thinner on the right and the left, but not terrible. Top to bottom's pretty good too. Near 50-50 on the Urshifu. Corners look nice. Slight edge wear over here, but nothing major. Surface is great. No nicks. The back. Oh, dang it. For Pokemon cards, that's a pretty big deal. Here, look at it right there. Dang. I think it brings that down to a 9. Can't really smooth out this kind of stuff because it's that blue. Other than that, card looked great. Dang, we were looking good too. It is unfortunately a 9 on the Urshifu. Alright, we have a Mustard. Never heard of the Mustard. Rapid Strike. Okay. We got left to right centering is very nice. Top to bottom, heavy on the bottom. See that? Pretty thin on the top. But if everything else is perfect, I'll think about a 10. But that looks like 60-40, stretching it to me. Okay. Edges look good. Corners are nice. The back's pretty nice. But I think the center is just a little too much for a 10. I think it's a 9-5 card. Possible 10. Let me look at that centering one more time, but nah. I think it's a 9-5. Edges look good. No white showing on the corners. Alright, it's a 9-5. Alright, we have a Gloria. Again, I'm a little worried about that centering. Well, this one's tilted. I don't like the look of that. So left to right's pretty good. But do you see that? See how thin it is right here compared to over there? This is where it needs to be. See that? There you can really tell it. So I'm a little worried about that. Slightly worried. If everything checks out, you still might have a shot. Corners look good. Edges are good. Surface, nice. Okay, we got a... There's no white showing, but we have a little indent. I haven't seen this yet. See it right? It's right there. It's kind of easier to see there. See how it is? Looks like a card was sitting on top or something. So, other than that, the back looks pretty nice. I think we're sitting at a 9 for this card. Yeah. Kind of really see it from here too. Okay, I think Gloria is a 9. All right, we have a Cafe Master. Love it. Okay, the centering looks really nice. Corners, edges, centering's near 50-50. Slight tilt to it. Maybe it's pretty common for these. I'm not sure, but not too bad. Good. The back looks great. Maybe a little smudges. There we go. It was just debris. We're good. Corners look good. Edges, no nicks, no white showing. Love the back of this card. I love grading Pokemon. It's so easy to see the flaws. Yeah. I'd say this is a 10. I'm pretty confident in it. All right, we have a Acerola. Acerola Premonition. Okay, let's see if we can get a 10. Centering, bummer. Left to right solid, but top to bottom, oof, it's rough. Look how thin it is at the top. Very thin there. It's kind of another one of those where 8.5 kind of range. It's not even a 10. Corners look good though, and edges look good. It's too bad because this year of Pokemon or whatever has a really nice hardy cardstock on the back. Maybe they're just new. I don't know. 2022. Because the back looks perfect. Nicely centered. Edges are nice. Corners are good. Yeah, it's just the front, unfortunately. Okay. Not good on this one. Probably an 8.5. All right, we got an Urshifu VMAX. I love the look of these cards. I'm not sure if they're valuable or not, but I need to pick some up off column C. Ooh, very nice centering. Love it. Near perfect centering. Just got some debris. Yeah, it looks really nice. Let's hope the back looks good. Yes, the back's there. I love giving you 10s. That's what I want. The back is there. I'm not seeing any white. No nicks on the edges. Centered up. No dimples or anything weird on the back. Just a really nice card. There's a touch of white here, but I think it's just debris. Yeah, it came off. Look at that. Perfect. All right, it really is a 10. I like it a lot. 10. Another nice looking Urshifu. And the centering looks great again. Okay. Top to bottom, maybe it's pretty good. No, I like it. I like it top to bottom and left to right. And the surface I like, and the edges and the corners, everything. Really good quality control for Pokemon. It's much different than Panini. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just impressed. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Not one speck of white showing. Oh, weird. This is the first fisheye. You see it? Right there on the Pokeball. Yeah, first fisheye I've seen. But it is so tiny. It's on the back of the card. I don't think you're going to get knocked down for it. But if you do, it's because of the tiny fisheye. Either way, I think it's a 10. Okay. Another Urshifu. This is the VMAX. I guess the last ones were VMAX too, weren't they? Carefully push up. And centering it. We're on a roll. Left to right, perfect. Top to bottom, near perfect. Its corners are nice. Edges, everything. Just very nice card. The back, just a touch right there. Touch of white. Remember I said I'll let it slide. If everything else is perfect, I think we'll give it a 10, which it is. Edges, corners, yeah, that's it. Just that one touch. So Is there any fisheye on there? No fisheye on that. Surface looks good. Everything looks good. I think we got another 10 on this one. Okay. All right, another Urshivu. We're on a roll with the Urshivus. Come on, let's keep it rolling. The centering is perfect. 50-50. Surface is great. Edges, corners, very nice. No weird indents. Come on back. Yes. Looks amazing. Not one speck of white showing on an edge or corner. No surface indents, no weird little fish eyes, nothing. This card is nice and clean. We got 10. Another Urshivu. We're on a roll. The centering looks good on this one too. You see that? Near perfect. Just amazing. Corners are nice. No foil showing. Edges, everything. Surface very clean. The back, yes. Back looks great. Just a little debris. Yeah. Not one speck of white. Really nice on this card. Beautiful. It looks like a 10. Looks like a BGS 10. These are so nice. No nicks or anything on the edges. It's a 10. You gotta grade some of these Urshivus. All right, we have a Mimikyu. I like the Mimikyu ones. They're fun. Fun art. Centering left to right. Slightly thinner on the left than the right. And bottom, I would say slightly thinner on the bottom too. Yeah. So a little off center on this one. But the corners are nice. And the surface is pretty nice. Got a little bit of an indent on this corner right here. So I think this card might be more of a 9.5 in my opinion because of the centering. But the back looks great. Looks really good. But yeah, I think the centering and based on that little bit of edge ding, corner ding, I think it is a 9.5. But I love the back. It's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, I think a 9.5. All right, we got an Umbreon. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay, left to right's nice. Top to bottom is pretty nice. Maybe a little thicker on the top, but 55-45. Corners are good. Edges are nice. Let's hope the back. Yes, the back is clean, really clean. I like it a lot. No white showing on the edges or corners. Surface is very nice. No print defects, nothing. Edges clean. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. Just slightly off center, but well within a Gem 10, so I like it as a 10. Got an Umbreon VMAX. Love the look of this card. Centering, beautiful. Left to right, maybe a little thinner on the left than the right, but not bad. Top to bottom's 50-50. Hear my son in the background. He's playing on his VR while I do some grading. The back is great. Perfect. I don't see any white on the edges, corners. No print defects. A tiny surface blemish right there, but not bad. I don't know. There's not much to these. Just left to right, you're a little off, but still, it's a 10. Great card. All right, we have Ariados. An ant-looking thing. Okay. Top to bottom, I love. Near perfect. Left to right, I don't like as much, but it looks 60-40 to me. Thicker on the right than the left. If everything else checks out, you still got a 10. Yeah. I think think this card's more of a 9.5. Just see a tiny touch right there. See it? And just a little bit excess right here. Just not as clean or sharp, and maybe a slight touch on this right edge too, or right corner, and maybe just the slightest touch there. So I think compared to the others, it's just like a 9.5 card. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. That's centering just the eye appeal. It's not there. Okay, yeah, I think it's 9.5. We got Narangaroo. Gotta push up carefully. Okay. Let's see. I like the centering better on this. Top to bottom's a little bit off, but 60-40 at least. Thicker on the top than the bottom, but left to right's perfect. Better eye appeal. Corners look good, edges look good, surface is perfect. The back is cleaner, yes. I only see a touch. Yeah, I only see just one slight touch. You can barely see it right there in the middle. So, edges look good. I like it still as a 10. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, just one slight touch and slightly off-centered. One slight nick right here. But it's so minor. I still think you're at 10 here. Okay, I think you're at 10. All right, we have a Zekrom. Kind of a cool card. Ooh, love the centering on this. Top to bottom's perfect. Left to right's perfect. Corners, edges, no white showing. Slight nick on one of this. Very slight. Might have been debris. I think we're good to go. The bottom looks great. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. Back looks good. Some debris. Clean it up. Slight snowing, maybe. You can kind of see a little bit right through here. But very, very slight. I don't think... I don't think it'll affect it. I'm not sure. Slightly worried about that. I might bring it to a 9.5 to be safe. I think so, because I haven't seen those on other Pokemon cards. At least your Pokemon cards. It's kind of snowing right there. Yeah, I'm gonna put it a 9.5. All right, we got a Mustard here. Push from the bottom. And what do we got? Left to right centering's pretty nice, near perfect, but top to bottom I'm worried about. It is thicker on the top than the bottom. You can kind of see it. If everything else checks out, you have a shot, but it looks 65-35 to me, so it might be 9 range. Debris gone. No white showing on the edges or corners. Nothing to the surface. No nicks to the edges. I just don't like the centering. I'm going to put it at 9.5. It's just too thin on the bottom, but I think you potentially have a shot at 10 with PSA. Maybe. Just the eye appeal of it pulled me to a 9.5 range. Okay. All right, we got an Eevee. Haven't seen an Eevee yet in this order. I like it. All right, left to right is very nice. Top to bottom is very nice too. Maybe slightly thinner on the top, but 55-45. Edges look good. Corners look good. I don't see any nicks or anything. Let's flip over the back. So I don't see any white showing on the edges. Corners, slight white showing, a little bit right here. And a little bit of that snowing I was talking about, just a little bit right here. So, but, and a little edge right here. See this? Little edge wear too. It's too bad. It's close, but I think it's a 9.5. It's a 9.5. I love the front centering. Yeah. All right, 9.5. All right, we have a Jolteon. Jolteon is off center, I can already tell. Okay, left to right is nice, but top to bottom is just brutal. Much thicker on the top than the bottom. I'm leaning towards that 8.5 range again too. I think it's too much even for a 9. It looks 65-35, but it's close. Let's see what the back's looking like. Back has some debris. Hopefully it'll just come off. Yeah. Back debris came off. No real white showing. There, maybe just one touch. Bottom right. And maybe middle edge right there. See that? Other than that, the back's not too bad. Surface is pretty good, but I'm worried about that centering. I think maybe it could squeak a 9. Yeah, it's close. All right, I think it's a 9, but I probably wouldn't grade it. All right, we got a Flareon. I always liked Flareon. Let's see here. Gentle push up. Let's finish strong. We have 2 more left. This one included. So let's go for some 10s. Centering's there. I love it. Top to bottom perfect. Left to right perfect. Corners very nice. Yeah, it's there. I see a little bit of something right here, but I think we can microfiber it. I think that helps. Okay, let's look at the back. The back worries me. Dang it. I want to end on a 10, but I don't think we're going to get there with this card. Pretty noticeable white right there. That's pretty glaring. And then a slight one, not as noticeable right there. And same with that one right there. So I think you're at 9.5 on this card, because other than that, edges are pretty nice. Surface is there. I love that front centering. Yeah, you're at 9.5 on this one, on the Flareon. All right, final card. It's good timing because my allergies are picking up, kicking in. I'm not sure why. Okay. Vaporon? I don't know. Let's just end with the 10, right? Come on. Vaporeon. There we go. Top to bottom. Looks pretty good. Left to right is good too. Centering's there. No nicks to the edges. Corners look good. Everything looks good. Surface great. Oh, I think we're gonna so close. I don't know. Maybe might end on 10. I'm worried. I think it's a 9.5. All right, so we have touch of white there, and then we have snowing that wouldn't come off. I thought it was debris. Snowing right there. This side, this corner looks good. Surface looks good, and the edges aren't bad. And this bottom left corner looks pretty good. But then we have also a touch of white on these two right here. So I think we're at a 9.5 on this one too. Nice card though. I mean, it's not to say it doesn't have a shot at a PSA 10, but usually if you have 2 little white showing, then they'll knock it. So I think a 9.5. All right, thanks so much.